Alright, BobalosRex here, and this is me reacting to the Hearthstone What's Next panel. Let's get into it. I'm watching the Twitch VOD because they didn't have it up on Hearthstone yet.
What's next?
Or on YouTube yet, so we're watching it out the VOD. Hopefully the audio's fine. I just gotta talk up.
Alright, I made it down the stairs, so this can only go so badly now. Hello, and welcome to the Hearthstone What's Next panel. I'm Cora, and I'm the initial design lead on the Hearthstone team. I'm super excited to be up here today, along with some other incredible designers who will join us as the panel continues. We've got a lot to share about what's coming to the game across both standard Hearthstone
I wonder if these captions are better than the YouTube ones.
This year has already been absolutely packed with new stuff. We rocked and rolled in Festival of Legends, and we visited the iconic Ulduar raid to meet the Titans. Battlegrounds explored a rework of the Buddies system, the return of quests, and anomalies that changed the fundamentals of the game. We're about to enter into Phase 3 of the year, and you already know about some of the new things that are coming. And speaking of new things, we are really excited about the introduction of catch-up packs. Thanks. We mentioned them at the opening ceremony, but let's make sure we really capture what they are all
I did
about.
want to know more.
Catch-up packs contain up to 50 cards based on how many cards you've collected from previous sets. The catch-up packs for our next expansion, Showdown in the Badlands, we'll look back at all of the other sets in Standard. Voyage to the Sunken City, Murder at Castle Nathria, March of the Lich King, Festival of Legends, and Titans, and check how much of these sets you've already seen. For the expansions with the most uncollected cards, you'll get more stuff. And you can get up to 10 cards from each. Honestly, why don't I just show you what it looks like? Let's take a look at what just a single catch-up pack looks like for a player returning to Standard after a couple years away.
Boom.
It's flashy!
Oh my god.
We like a little pizzazz on the Hearthstone
I gotta get her catch-up packs.
Okay, let's take one more look, but I think we can do better. This time we'll open a bunch of catch-up packs all at once with our recently released mass pack opening feature.
Oh my god. Game crashes. 748 cards and 19 bags.
That's a lot of cards! We really hope that this will help you get back into the game, or maybe help a friend to pick up where they left off. Everyone is going to get 2 catch-up packs to open, and everyone here, plus Blizzcon collection holders out there, is going to get 3 more. Plus, if you pre-order an expansion bundle, good news, you get a bunch of these added to your bundle.
I wish they gave more freebies.
This includes those of you who already bought it, so please don't worry, you will get stuff too. Okay, that was a lot of technical stuff. Let's get into the fun. We've got a lot of exciting cards to show off for the final reveals of Showdown in the Badlands.
Let me get some
before
reveals.
We do that, let's take another look at that incredible cinematic.
Alright, let's see it again.
In the beginning, I was all alone, trying my best to do some good out there. But it didn't take long to realize that with the right friends, everything would change.
Step aside.
So,
You don't know who you're messing
the fact that there's Azerite, this has to be BFA.
They knew the townsfolk were up to something sinister.
Let's move!
Right behind you! And it was like a powder keg, waiting to explode.
So it happened early BFA, and then they get together before Mechagon.
No.
show up there.
As
Can
it
fit.
turned out, I had the right backup waiting for me, just when I needed it.
Let's do this.
You got it, partner.
I didn't intentionally pursue leadership.
I'm gonna punch ya!
Yeah, you're gonna punch it.
Candle mudslider.
Dude, I can't wait to excavate.
Sleeping like a rock.
Cows.
Folks on Badlands hospitality.
The freaking
Looking
cop.
for a standoff? Careful, it's against me.
Alright, yeah, I'm hyped for it. I'm pumped. It's gonna come out the season start.
Well, howdy, Hearthstone fans. I'm Edward Goodwin, the set lead for this expansion.
Oh, he
and
popped
I'm
up.
here with Cora to tell you all about the story of our heroic
He's the set
outlaws
lead?
and villainous
All right.
townsfolk, and
You're
to
the
reveal
cowboy.
the final cards of the set. Let's start with a bang. Here's a famous outlaw that we got a sneak peek at today, Reno Lone Ranger. Say hello to Hearthstone's first neutral hero card. We
Neutral
tried to put him
hero.
in just a single class, but he wouldn't listen. This is
'cause
Reno's
he's a
first
dragon.
chronological appearance in Hearthstone. We're going
They should
back
be all
in
classes.
time to Reno and Elise's initial meeting and the start of their journey together. If your deck has no duplicates, Reno will make your opponent's entire board disappear, including cards like dormant minions and locations, leaving them with just a single board space on their following turn. We really wanted to capture
That
the
looks
magic
cool.
of a Wild West standoff at high noon. Your opponent will have to carefully
Scenes.
choose which minion they want to play to challenge Reno in a high noon duel. Let's take a closer look at his hero power. Reno never goes anywhere
Right.
without his trusty crystal hand cannon.
2
It has
damage,
7
2
different
damage,
kinds
2
of ammo
damage. They
that
got
it will
different
randomly
effects.
swap between at the end of your turn. Each crystal bullet deals 2
Oh,
damage
wow, some of those
and
are
comes
good.
with an additional magical effect. The various effects are all themed after a different spell school.
Refresh 2
Okay.
mana crystals.
Let's talk about why
So it's free.
Reno is here in the Badlands. Long before Reno joined the League of Explorers, he was just a lone wanderer in search of profit. He heard through the grapevine that Blood Rock was the place to get rich, or die trying with a name like that. After wandering into town in search of a bounty, Reno was hired by Sheriff Eustace Barrelbrim to bring a group of outlaws to justice. In the sheriff's own words, these outlaws were the vilest, sickest scum this side of Azeroth.
The League of
But
Explorers.
after signing the mayor's contract and pursuing the bounty, Reno found the truth. The outlaw boss was none other than the noble Elise Starseeker.
Turns out the real villain was the sheriff himself.
Dun,
the
dun,
Azerite
dun.
strip mine outside of the town was destabilizing the entirety of the Badlands. The townsfolk were digging up anything they could to get at those Azerite treasures. The bad news is, if they keep this excavation up, the Badlands will be destroyed. The good news is, if you keep this excavation up, you'll get a bunch of sweet loot.
Yeah.
We've talked about the excavate keyword before, but to help you remember, let's drill down into the details. When you play a card with excavate, you'll dig deeper and deeper into the Azerite mine. Every time you
Alright.
excavate, you'll get better and better
Let me
stuff.
get the Badlands
The first
revamp
time you
on. Let's see
excavate,
this.
you'll dig up a common 1-mana treasure like you see here. All of the excavate treasures are designed to be used in a wide variety of circumstances, so while you won't know exactly what you're going to get, it will almost always be a powerful tool for your game plan.
Alright.
Okay, let's take a look at the rare pool of excavate treasures. As you can see, we have a
Two
couple ways
costs.
to keep track of which excavate tier you're currently on. You might have noticed that the first time you excavate, all of the treasures cost 1 mana. The second time, they all cost 2 mana, and that pattern continues with your third and fourth excavate. I know, so predictable. That, along with the rarity gem on these cards, will hopefully serve as a great reminder of what layer of the mine you're currently
The
on.
layers.
Let's take a look at the third layer of the mine.
Mother
This is
lode
where the
dragon.
treasures really start to ramp up in power. If you're not playing as one of
Deal
the
3
5
damage to
Bloodrock
all
aligned classes,
enemies.
this is the final layer of the mine that you'll be
Ogrefish.
able to explore. While the Outlaw
These are
classes
good.
don't have a legendary excavate reward, it's still pretty fun to dig down into the mine. And we wanted to make sure that all the classes had access to the first 3 excavate tiers for non-constructed game modes like Arena. But if you are one of the 5 Bloodrock classes, hoo-wee! You'll get an exciting and
You get
unique
busted
specific
shit.
legendary treasure. Take a look.
Busted.
The final layer of the mine is inhabited by some incredibly
random
powerful
Titan. It costs
Azurite
one.
elemental beasts. We wanted each one to fit with the various game plans of the different classes. For
Scorpion.
instance, Rogue wants to excavate a bunch of times with bounce effects like Shadow Step, and Death Knight wants to play for the long game by resurrecting high-cost minions for maximum impact.
We've already seen 4 of the 5 legendary treasures, but before we reveal the final
Scorpion
Azurite
hunt,
beast from the
snake
mine,
rat.
let's take a look at how Warrior excavates. I would say that Warrior's preferred mining methods are pretty explosive.
All right.
Cards like
armor.
Blast Charge and Reinforced Plating will help Warrior dig deeper into the mine while controlling the board and
And
keeping
then
their health total
destroy
high.
damaged. Execute.
In addition
excavate.
to the less than elegant mining methods, Warriors have recruited the band of burly Dustbelcher ogres to oversee the
Oh my
Bloodrock
God.
mine. And none of them are more brutal than Badlands Brawler.
Oh
When you play
shit!
Badlands Brawler, she'll start a brawl.
It always wins.
And if you excavate it at least twice, she'll rig the results in her favor.
Oh
Now
my
it's not just Armor that
god!
always wins brawls.
What a girl boss.
All right, so what happens when Warrior gets to the bottom of the mine?
The
Well, they dig up
Azurite
the
Ox.
5th and final Azurite
2
beast,
8-cost
the
minions.
fearsome
That doesn't
Azurite
seem
Ox.
busted at all.
For just the small price of 4 mana and the destruction of the Badlands, you'll get your choice of 2 8-cost minions.
Wow.
Honestly, it's a pretty good deal.
Wow. That ain't gonna
It's
be
not just the
busted
beasts
at
at the
all.
bottom of the strip mine that are being disturbed. Ancient, slumbering
excited.
elementals that make up the very foundation of the Badlands itself are being awakened. Let's meet the biggest, the baddest, and the sleepiest elemental of
Oh
them
my
all,
God, this guy.
Slagmaw the Slumbering.
This thing is cool.
Every time you excavate, you'll get 2 turns closer to awakening the sleeping giant. Make sure you're excavating efficiently as possible to awaken Slagmaw.
How much does it cost?
And now that Slagmaw
4?
has awakened from its beauty sleep, we can tell you
Oh
that
my
it's going
God.
to be the signature card given to every person here
Yes!
and everyone at home who got
Yes.
the legendary BlizzCon collection.
I get the big salamander.
I mean, look at that.
Oh my god, I want to see that.
So, we talked
I want
about
that
the
as a
dangers
mountain,
that
wow.
lurk beneath the Badlands, but what is there for the outlaws to protect? You might think of this place as harsh and unforgiving, like many travelers before you, but there are lots of different environments besides just sand and rocks.
There are also big rocks. This Boulder Fist formation has particularly good slabs for the cost.
Mm-hmm.
But really, it was important to us that we show the Badlands is more than just a desert. The Badlands is a vibrant and diverse environment with a wide array of both creatures and landscapes.
It's not just the people that would suffer
Yeah.
if the Badlands were in peril. I mean, check out the
I wanna
art piece
see
of
that
Living
in-game.
Prairie. Holy cow!
Oh, that was bad.
And at night, the beauty of the frontier is clear when the vibrant night sky shines on the many adventurers here in the Badlands.
But remember that our heroes are sharing this land with, well, the land itself.
Trying to figure out. all
As the
people.
Badlands splits in 2, so do the elementals, like Mesa Dune the Fractured.
Mesa Dune.
Mesa Dune draws an elemental and splits their
That's cool.
cost, attack, and health in half.
What?
But the effects and the keywords stay the same. So for
Oh
instance, if you split
my
Around the Fire Lord,
God.
4 mana 4/4s that both deal 8 damage.
Yo!
We've got one more card to show you from Showdown in the
He
Badlands.
cut Rag up in
Saving
half.
the worst for last. Velorok Windblade, a 3-mana 3/3 that does absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Velorok.
Calm
True
down.
form.
Much like Velorok, Edward is deceiving you. When you play 3 cards from other classes while Velorok Windblade is in your hand, he'll
Oh, he's a
reveal
black
his
dragon.
true form. That's right. Druid isn't the only class with dragons this set. Velorok the Deceiver is here to steal the show. If you've paid his bounty,
Got charge.
he'll transform into a 3/6 dragon with charge,
That's cool.
ready to take cards from your opponent's class.
Burgle Rogue. Is it gonna pop off?
And
I
just
don't
like
know, but I'm
that,
gonna try it.
That's the final card
If
of
I
the
get
set.
that Lego. That's it. That's all the set. There you go. We've seen
The
them all now.
Showdown in the Badlands launch is just around the corner
Yeah, I'm
on
hyped with
November
this.
14th.
Will
Less
the
than 2
Outlaws
weeks.
triumph over the forces of evil? Well, if anyone can overcome the challenges here, it's the dynamic duo of Reno and Elise.
All right.
And now, let's hand things off to another dynamic
What's
hero,
gonna be the mini
Mitchell
set,
and
though?
Gia from the Battlegrounds team.
Deathwing shows up? Isn't that really scripted time?
Let's go!
I know, this is for Battlegrounds
Hello.
duos.
Thank you, Cora and Edward. Welcome to the Battlegrounds portion of the Hearthstone stage. I'm Mitchell, the lead designer on Hearthstone Battlegrounds. This is my first BlizzCon, and I'm super happy to be here.
That's great.
And I'm Gia, one of the designers on the Hearthstone Battlegrounds team. This is also my first BlizzCon, and here we are on stage already.
All right.
No pressure.
Here we go. Exciting.
It's been a jam-packed year
I ain't
for
had a
Battlegrounds
first
so
one
far.
yet.
We released our 10th minion type in Undead, which breathed new life, or took it away, I guess, into combat-based strategies. And we introduced dual-type minions that lets comps overlap and synergize in novel ways.
Yeah, that's
We
cool.
also brought back the buddy system with a new and improved buddy button that gave players more agency over when to get their powerful companions.
Yeah, they did try
We
that.
overhauled the minion pool, adding 58 new minions, including the upbeat mechanic. We also retired poisonous as a keyword in favor of venomous.
All right.
And we brought back the quest system with over a dozen new quest rewards.
Mm-hmm.
And we launched our biggest system yet with anomalies, releasing new ones every single week. We're still going. There's new ones coming out like Tuesday.
They
and we're breaking
still
every rule
going.
in the Battlegrounds book.
Yeah, Tier 7 was pretty ambitious, but we're here to talk about something even bigger.
Tier 8.
Duos.
Oh.
No, not that duo.
Duos.
Not that one. No, not that duo. Not that one. Get that out of here. There we go. This duos.
Yeah. Cho'Gall the OG. So many HOTS references.
Introducing Battlegrounds Duos mode. Now you can grab a buddy and play against 3 other teams.
They are your
with brand new
battleground buddy
mechanics
now.
that let you collaborate like never before.
This isn't just
Me and
queuing up
Cheese are
with
gonna play this
friends
all the
and hoping
time.
you don't face each other, is it, Gia?
Nope. I mean, it can be fun to party up and then knock your own friends out of the lobby. We're not judging.
But what we on the team have long wanted is a bona fide mode where you can work together and win together.
Internal
Also, we
playtests
played
have
TFT.
been an absolute blast, as I'm sure
we're
some
like,
of
we can
you
do
on the
that.
show floor can already attest to. And we're so excited to finally share the details with you all.
Though, before we get
I had
into it, I want to
nothing
give a
against
really
that, by
quick
the way. That is
disclaimer.
great. Good.
Duos mode is early on in development and won't be officially launched until next year. But here at BlizzCon, we have an exclusive sneak peek, so you all get to be the first players to try it out.
The first duos.
Ew.
Let's see how it works.
So let's break down exactly how Duos mode works.
Yeah.
When a game starts, you and your teammate will each get to pick one of several hero options as normal. For example, let's say I pick Reno Jackson and Mitchell picks Dino Tamer Bran. Let's go League of Explorers.
All right.
Here's what a typical turn 1 looks like for each teammate. As you can see, I have my own board in Tavern, and so does Gia. I also have my own gold in Tavern tier. So if I buy or sell, refresh or freeze, tier up
New
with
minion
your
over
power,
there.
it will not
That no
affect
mean
Gia's
old.
board.
That's right.
That's a new
we
no.
have all this stuff separate from each other. But the one thing we do share is our health total.
Each team starts
Oh.
with 30 health, and their combined armor is the combined total of both heroes' armors that you see during Hero Select.
All right, I
Oh
think
my
we're
God.
ready to zoom out a bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so here's the whole screen. Yep. Looks like a normal game to me. Oh, wait. Hey, Gia, what's that?
That's that
blue
portal.
Shiny thing?
That, Mitchell, is the portal. The portal is what makes duos duos. Let's say you're done with your turn and are just waiting around for combat. Wouldn't you want to see what your teammate is up to? By clicking on the portal, you absolutely can.
In-game
So here's
spectator.
Reno on turn 1. He buys this Risen Rider, plays it, then you can click on the portal and bam! Now we can see what Bran is up to.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Looks like Bran's going for that tavern tipper.
Oh my god, I can tell her she's getting the wrong stuff live!
Just saw. It's like
Why
an
did you buy
in-game
that?
spectate button.
Why are you doing
You can
this?
see
Are
the
you trying to
minions
kill
your
us?
teammate buys and sells. cards they hover over. You can even see their discover options. So let's sum up what we know so far. You buy and sell your own stuff with your own gold. You can use the portal to check on your teammate. And since each team shares health and armor, you can see them linked together on the leaderboard.
With all this talk of shared health, I'm sure the question on everybody's minds is, how does combat work?
You tab over to your buddy and you're like, why are you taking my minions?
But it might be easier to just show you. Let's check back in with Reno and Bran.
I told you I was
as they
going
enter
pirates.
their
Why are you
first
taking
combat.
pirates?
Pay attention to how the heroes and boards change.
What?
In duos combat, one teammate's board spawns into the fight first. When all your minions are destroyed, your teammate's entire board spawns in next.
And since teams share health, any damage is taken by the whole team.
Oh, and if you're going first and you somehow manage to beat both opponents all by yourself, your teammate's warband will spawn in to deal extra damage. Up to the damage cap, of course.
Here's a recap of all of that.
Shit.
How will you know which teammate's board spawns in first during combat? Well, it's whoever's hero icon is on top of the pair as seen on the leaderboard. Each team's fighter may be different every turn, so strategize accordingly.
Strategy is absolutely key in duos, thanks to another new mechanic in this mode. Remember that portal? It's not just meant for spying on your teammate.
That's right. You
Send
can
minions
also
to the
use
portal.
the portal to pass cards to your teammate. Let's check back in with Reno and Bran on turn 2.
Freely?
Okay. Looks like Reno's going for the Swamp Striker.
That looks like a new Murloc.
Okay, fine. Don't buy the new minion. 1 gold left over, so dragging it to the portal.
Oh, it
And
costs
now,
a gold.
You guessed it. It is with Bran.
In duos, you can simply drag a card into the blue oval,
That's
and
awesome.
it will whoosh right over to your teammate's hand. But it comes at a cost. Passing a minion through the portal costs 1 gold each time.
In initial testing,
feels
we
good.
tried letting you pass for free, but as it turns out, generosity was way too broken.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
We always knew we wanted a way to pass cards between teammates, and we tested all sorts of different versions of it. But of course, we didn't have that portal VFX right from the start. Can anyone take a guess what we used in the meantime?
I can guess. Maybe not too fair, but it was tradable. We already knew from traditional Hearthstone that dragging a card to the deck feels simple and intuitive. And the moment
They
that
made a
we
portal. That's
repurposed
cool.
this UI for duos, playtest started to feel fluid and truly like a collaborative mode.
The portal
That's
has
cool.
other similarities to tradable too. You can use it any number of times in a turn,
Yeah,
as
it's
long as you have the
literally
gold,
tradable.
of course. And you can only pass cards from your hand through it. Once a minion is on the board, it's a no-go.
Yep. And when you receive something from the portal, it goes to your hand, not your board. Speaking of, let's see how Bran does with that extra Swamp Striker from Reno.
Are we gonna pop
Right,
off?
gonna play that Swamp Striker, looks like. No Murloc in the shop, unfortunately, but looks like Bran's gonna settle for the Surf and Surf. Fun fact, this card was first called Surf and Turf initially until we realized it's a Naga and a Crab, which are both aquatic.
Yeah.
1 gold left over anyway, so Tavern Tipper's gonna grow this time. Now we can take a look at how their second combat will
Alright,
play
let's
out.
see this combat again. Alright, so Bran's on top. Boom. It's still going. Boom. What's up? That's what you get, Cthulhu?
So as you guys just saw, even
We
though
won.
Reno only had a single minion, the team still won the combat thanks to the power of Bran's board. Remember, you're fighting together.
The
In
team.
duos, there are so many new ways you can work together, and having 2 players recontextualizes how you look at the game.
Yeah.
For example, with 2 shops between you, it'll be easier to find the pieces you need for that
Yeah, that's
perfect
gonna be
warband.
great.
But remember, when
True
you triple,
teammates.
it's only you that gets the reward.
And with 2 hero powers between you, there's lots of new synergies.
Right. Imagine I'm playing as Alexstrasza, and Mitchell is playing as Queen Wagtoggle.
Yeah, I could play for tempo with Wax Warband to make sure that we stay healthy.
Well, I rush to tier 5 and get my 2
Yeah.
dragons.
Wait,
That's a good combo.
do you remember that hero combination we saw?
Oh, yeah. If Dino Tamer Bran gets Bran Bronzebeard the minion, he just needs to spend 1 gold to pass it to Reno.
Oh, and then Reno could goldenize the brand.
Oh, Mitchell, did we balance that?
Anyways,
And then he can send a
let's
brand
talk about
back.
some other heroes. Specifically, let's talk about some duos exclusive ones.
Right. Meet Cho and Gall. And their
Yeah,
hero power,
that looked
Double
new.
Trouble. Remember
Oh
what I
my
said about
god.
each teammate getting their own triple reward?
The true team.
Yeah, that's not the case with these 2. Whenever one of them plays a golden minion, the other also gets a triple reward.
In testing,
That's
we tried
amazing.
giving this power to an individual hero, but it was so powerful, we had to make Cho and Gall share it. And take note, Cho and Gall are special duos heroes, and they must always be played as a pair. You will not be able to pick Cho without Gall, or vice versa.
Yeah, Cho Gall should always be together, but they're
Yeah, 'cause
looking
they're literally
awfully
attached.
far apart here. That's better. Oh, would you look at that? Oh wait, no.
Oh,
Poor Cho.
oh. For anyone playing on the show floor today, Cho and Gall are guaranteed to be in your lobby, so keep an eye out. They're really good.
Dude, I can't wait.
And they aren't the
I love
only
them in
new
heroes.
faces you'll be seeing in today's demo. We have all new minions exclusive to Duos mode as well. Let's take a
Okay.
look.
Up first, we have Passenger on tier 1. He's a 1/2 that says whenever your team
Just said no.
passes, gain +1/+1. Notice he says whenever your team, not just whenever you, which means either teammate can trigger Passenger regardless of which board it's on. He's a strong early minion that can grow throughout the game as you're helping each other out.
On tier 2, we have Fortune Hunter Flo, also known as Shell Collector, but generous, and neutral.
All right.
And tier 2, with bigger stats.
Oh, your teammate gets
Is your
a gold
teammate
coin.
lacking just 1 gold to buy a second minion or tier up? Well, Flo makes it easy to help
no.
out. If you like your teammate enough to do so, that is.
Moving up another tier, we have Orchestra Conductor, a minion your team can scale together. Each time your team plays one, it'll upgrade all future conductors played by either teammate. Well, you could pass them all to one player.
Orc
You can also use them on your
boss.
own stuff and still be
Oh
helping out your
my
friend.
goodness.
Only thing better than Pogo Hopper is Pogo Hopper with friends, am I right, Mitchell?
I mean, like, Pogo Hopper's a mech, though.
Hey, Duos has a mech. Check out Electron on tier 5.
Oh,
At the
that
end of your
guy.
turn, give a random minion in your teammate's warband Divine Shield. You keep this guy around long enough, and he's basically bubble wrap for your teammate's entire board. And
Dude,
it's
I
not
can
just
be the
mechs
George
that get
for my
specific
buddy.
Duos minions. Every minion type has one.
Yep. This is the Duos exclusive Naga Benefactor. Though normally you can only pass minions from your hand through the portal, Benefactor is one of the other ways that you can pass cards to your teammate.
Oh.
Its Spellcraft Benefaction will let you pass any non-golden minion in play to your teammate.
That's cool.
Mind though, this can target the shop. So minions can be sent from there as well as sent from your own board.
Without using the
Yo!
portal like this doesn't cost any gold, so it's pretty nifty. Other
You
than
get
Benefactor,
3 gold
we've got a
for
hero
that,
lets you
for your
do
buddy.
so too. Madame Goya. Can't argue with that hero power
Someone's
name.
gotta play
It's pretty
Naga.
dang efficient to effectively buy and pass a minion. with
Oh,
just 2
pass
gold.
as in pass a card. Okay.
Oh, and passing with efficient exchange or benefactor also triggers passenger.
If you're thinking something like, Passenger seems like it can be awfully strong for a tier 1, you're absolutely right. And if your teammate has one, you're gonna love this next hero, Phlebidinous Floop. With
Oh,
glorious
Floop!
I can't believe I said that. You can choose a friendly minion during the recruit phase. At the start of your next combat, it transforms into your teammate's highest attack minion.
Mitchell, thank
There
you
you go.
so much for introducing that hero so I didn't have to attempt to say its name again.
Don't worry.
Phlebidinous
Our last hero is
Floop.
somebody who you can't possibly mispronounce. Because he doesn't have a name at all.
That's
The
right.
nameless hero.
This is the nameless one. He straight up
nameless
copies your teammate's hero power. So you could be playing double Gallywix, double Millhouse, or even double Greybow if you're that
Can't
type
see
of
it.
person.
Hey, leave Greybow alone.
Speaking of copying
I couldn't
off
see
your
it!
teammate, the last minion we're revealing today is Sandy. At the start of combat, she transforms into a copy of your teammate's highest health minion. Just hope she
Sandy.
doesn't get sniped by Tavish.
She looks like
That's all the
Chromie.
duos minions we're revealing today. There are more.
Is that an
but you'll just have
alternate
to discover them
Chromie?
for yourself on the show floor or by watching the streams.
Even with all these minions, we've not made any cuts to the live
Sandy
minion
looks
pool
like
that's
Chromie.
playable in today's demo. Balance-wise, it was a concern that it'd be way too easy to find the minions you need when you've got 2 players looking for them. But the larger pool is a way to offset that.
And when you're hunting for minions for the whole team, communication is critical.
Yeah, that look like Chromie.
Which is why we've made one more duos exclusive mechanic. The ping system. No, the major.
Oh my god. Yo, how am I gonna get hit with this shit? That's crazy. Alright, I'm bringing up WoW till this is done. Oh, it's not catching WoW. There. I'm not watching the dang ad. Dude, I'm excited for this co-op stuff.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Alright, we're
Pings are
back.
emotes that you can use to communicate with your partner.
Pings!
In today's demo, you'll be sitting next to your teammate and can talk about your strategy in real time. But we made pings because this won't always be the case when Duos goes live.
Maybe you don't have the opportunity to do a voice call.
Maybe your teammate speaks a different language.
Maybe you're playing at work and you don't want people to know.
Don't worry, we
Oh.
won't tell if you don't.
Or you just want to
During the recruit phase, you can right-click on a minion and those 4 options will appear. It's a blue portal, yellow question mark, green check, and red X.
The yellow
Click the
question
ping,
mark.
select it,
Tapping
both
on
you
your
and
buddy. What
teammate
the
will see a
fuck?
ping on
Question
the
mark, question mark, question
ping
mark.
on something on
Why
your
did you
own
do
board,
this?
The teammate will get a little preview of it through that portal.
In testing, I often use the question mark on a minion in my shop to ask Mitchell, hey, you think I should buy this? And he would respond with either a check or an X to say yes or no, respectively. Or maybe even the portal to be like, pass it to me instead. Okay,
Give me-
greedy. I can
give me
also
the
ping
minion.
while spectating Mitchell's board. Look, this green arrow pointing sideways on the imprisoner indicates that I would get a triple if Mitchell passed it to me.
And this is where
Oh.
I'd see Gia aggressively pinging that minion in my shop.
Yeah, be like, yo,
Don't worry, I guess I can pass it to her.
yo, give
No,
me.
no, wait. I have a better idea. I'm gonna tier up next turn, and I want Mitchell to freeze the minion until then. How to let him know? Well, I can simply ping the freeze button. Yup, in duos mode, you can ping pretty much any card or
Oh.
button you can interact with as long
can
as it's
spam
during
them.
the recruit phase. I could ask my teammate, hey, should I refresh? Or tell them, don't tier up this turn. Or, if I want to be a real agent of chaos, ping them the portal on their hero power.
Send
To
me
clear
your
a ping,
hero
you can
power.
either right-click, then click away, or wait till combat automatically erases them.
Now there's one last emote you already know from traditional Hearthstone, but we're gonna steal it real quick. Thank you for listening.
Thanks.
Working on duos. Oh, yes, thank you. I'm just so excited. Working on duos has been an absolute joy, and I'm so excited to get to share this new way to play with everybody here.
Yeah, in playtests, I said multiple times that Duos is the most fun I've ever had playing Battlegrounds.
Duos
so
is
it's
gonna
a
be
real
great.
pleasure to finally invite everybody to try the mode. But remember, this is an exclusive early demo, and a lot of designs could still change between now and when we officially launch it.
But you can try everything we have so
Which
far
I think will be
right
next
now
year, right?
in the demo area. You can line up with a friend, or maybe make a new one playing duos. And when you're done, please fill out
Or
the
a new
survey
enemy.
to let us know what you think. Your feedback is very valuable to make sure
You
duos
play
is the
so
best
bad,
it
you're
can
like
possibly be when it launches
your
next year.
buddy's
To
like, I
everyone
will
at home, you can
destroy
still check
you.
out Duos by watching your favorite streamers today and tomorrow. Check out our blog post for more details.
Thank you so much for joining us
All right.
today. Have a
There we
great
go.
BlizzCon, and we'll see you in the tavern.
All right, sorry for that interruption. I was trying to watch it on YouTube, but yeah. Hopefully it's up by then for anyone who wants to watch it themselves. I think the Battleground stuff is great. I think Showdown at the Badlands looks really good. We'll have to see how it is, how the meta is, you know. I'm going to be playing it. The cards look fun, so I'll be having fun with the cards. But yeah, me and Cheese, me and Shannon are ready for Duos mode. I'm glad they're like, yo, TFT did it. Why not? Why the frick not? I agree with that. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.